It was recently announced that the first 1,000 players for Hardcore that hit level 100 are going to have their name immortalized on a statue that is going to be at the Blizzard campus. This statue will put your username on it, and this has got a lot of people excited to be one of the first people to hit level 100 Hardcore. Now, there was a bunch of controversy around people that have early access to Diablo 4 getting an advantage, and we actually covered that in the previous video, so you can go to the channel and you can find it right there if you're curious more about the drama side of things. But for this video, what I'm going to do is teach you how everyone is planning to do this hardcore run so that you can have as even playing field as possible. Now, why myself, I'm not going to be doing hardcore. If I was going to be doing hardcore, there is one tip that I would absolutely utilize that any person basically who hits the level 100 hardcore is probably going to use the same tip. I'm of course speaking about the fact of the elixir of death invasion. Now you see in Diablo 3, there is cheat death skills. Diablo 4 does not have that built into the character, but they do have an elixir that for the next 30 minutes prevent death once and become immune for 2 seconds. So not only do you prevent death, but you get an opportunity to then use your potions to top yourself out or run away, etc. Once this takes place, you cannot benefit again for it for 5 minutes. So this is the only effective get out of jail free card. Before, you used to be able to insta leave the dungeon, force close the game and all that for hardcore, but they are fixing that, or have already fixed that, I believe. So this is your one and only get out of jail free card. And let me tell you, the bosses aren't easy. So if you're going to want to play this all the way to level 100, then there's a lot of things that can just randomly kill you. You're going to want to stock up on Angel Breath, Demon's Heart, Crushed Beast Bone, Peltongue, and Grave Dust once you actually start pushing the harder content, because this is a craftable potion at the Alchemist. So you can actually go to the Alchemist yourself, you can craft these potions. They're not pay-to-win potions or in the battle pass or anything like that. You can just make them with items you find around the game, and that is going to save you 1 death. Now there's another bonus tip I want to add in for you, and that is of course that the competition is in fact pay to win. Keep in mind there is a early access, meaning if you have the Digital Deluxe or the Ultimate Edition, you will get in on June 1st if you're in the West at 4 p.m. Pacific. This is like 4 days early. So people are going to be completing and hitting level 100 by time the actual game is globally launched. So if you even want a chance at this competition at all, it's basically pay to win. You're going to need to buy the early access. Okay, I got one more bonus tip for you, and that is that every class does not level at the same speed. You see, if what you really, really care about is getting your name on this statue, you don't want to play one of the slower classes. You see, I myself am going to be playing Druid, so even if I was going for this challenge, which I won't be, I probably would not be able to hit level 100 in time, even with my advanced knowledge. That is because there are certain classes, in this instance I'm going to mention Rogue, that level way faster. We actually have a video breaking down why Rogue is probably the best class in terms of pushing for this type of content, getting the levels out early, etc. So if you're interested in that video, I will have it linked right here at the end of this, and you can go watch that one. But my tip is going to be play a class that starts the game fast, so you can get into the next world tiers faster, so you can push the content faster. The race is to level 100, not to min-max gear and hit the hardest damage. It's to get to level 100. So you don't necessarily need the strongest class at level 100. You need the strongest class that can get to level 100. They are actually different. If you're interested in that breakdown, why Rogue will be so strong for this, here's the video.